Welcome to today's session. Today we are discussing some problems. Example 511. A circular race track of radius 300 meter is banked at an angle of 15 degree. If the coefficient of friction between the wheels of a race car and the road is 0.2, what is A. The optimum speed of the race car to avoid wear and tear on its tires, and B. Maximum permissible speed to avoid slipping. So this question is a direct question. You have to use the equations and substitute in them, find the answer. Here radius is 300 meter, angle of banking it is 15 degree, and mu s is 0.2. So we have the optimum speed, that is root rg tan theta. Substituting, we have 28.1 meter per second. Maximum permissible speed, substituting, we have root 300 into 9.8 into 0.2 plus 0.2679 divided by 1 minus 0.2 into 0.2679. We'll get 38.1 meter per second. So this example you have to compare this also, that is maximum permissible speed is 38.1 meter per second, and for the same road the optimum speed is only 28.1 meter per second. The difference in both that we have to make note. Exercise questions. Question 5.4. One end of a string of length L is connected to a particle of mass M and the other to a small peg on a smooth horizontal table. If the particle moves in a circle with a speed v, the net force on the particle directed towards the center. So we are asked to find the net force on the particle which is directed towards the center, means which force provides the required centripetal force. That is the question here. So this is the case with a string connected to a particle, means here tension provides the required centripetal force. So the net force directed towards the center is tension. That is option 1 is correct answer. Now coming to 5.9. A rocket with a lift of mass 20,000 kilogram is blasted upwards with an initial acceleration 5 meter per second square. Calculate the initial thrust of the blast. So initial thrust means upward normal force, that normal upward force which is acting on the rocket whose mass is 20,000 kilogram and which goes up with an initial acceleration 5 meter per second square. So that upward normal force we are asked to find. So from Newton's laws we know net force acting on an object provides the required acceleration. So here the rocket is having an acceleration in the upward direction, and we know the force responsible for that acceleration is F equal to ma. And which force provides that acceleration? So there is a net upward force. Which all forces are acting on the rocket? If the rocket is this, the weight is acting downward direction, and due to this reaction force from the gases burned, we have already discussed the case with rocket propulsion. The fuel is burned inside the gas, means inside the rocket, and the gases are ejected outwards, and the force exerted is exerted on the gases by the rocket. In reaction to it, the gases exert a force on the rocket. That's how it gets an upthrust. Okay, so that force is there which is acting in the upward direction. Let's represent it as F. So the rocket is going upward with an acceleration A. So we can write the force equation. The net force is in upward direction. So we have F minus mg. That is equal to m into A. So this F is the total upthrust. So that upthrust is equal to ma plus mg, or m into A plus g. That is the expression. So substituting for A and G, here for easiness we are taking G as 10. So we'll get the answer as 3 into 10 raised to 5 Newton. Now coming to question 5.13. A man of mass 70 kilogram stands on a weighing scale in a lift which is moving upwards with a uniform speed of 10 meter per second, downwards with a uniform acceleration 5 meter per second square, upwards with a uniform acceleration 5 meter per second square. What would be the readings on the scale in each case? What would be the reading if the lift mechanism failed and it hurled down freely under gravity? So this theory part we have already discussed the case with the lift. Now let's just apply. So here also the same steps are repeated. So I have already mentioned that when we use weighing machine, what it measures is that normal reaction. That normal reaction only measured by this weighing machine. So in each question we have to find the normal reaction. In the first question it's given there is no acceleration. The lift is under uniform motion. So the acceleration is 0. So net to force is equal to 0 actually. So here we have R minus mg equal to 0 or R is equal to mg. So net to force acting on the lift or on that way object, it is R upwards and mg downwards, so R minus mg. So substituting, we have 700 Newton. It's asked reading on the weighing scale. Reading on the weighing scale means it is showing the reading in terms of mass. So weight, what we got here, no, 700 Newton. That you have to convert to mass. This is m into g. So what will be mass? Mass will be the 700 Newton divided by g. G we are putting as 10. So we'll get the mass to be 70 kilogram. So the weight of the man also is 70 kilogram. That means the weighing machine shows the same mass. Now coming to the second part it is under accelerated motion with the 5 meter per second square downwards. So it is going downwards means we have the equation. That means we have to write the force equation. So the free body diagram, when we draw, we have upward force, downward force. Downward force is mg, upward force is that normal reaction, and the body is moving down with an acceleration a. So we have the force equation as, so here the net force is acting in downward direction. So mg minus r is equal to ma. So rewriting R is equal to, I have told you, we what we want is what R. So R is equal to mg minus ma, or m into g minus a. This equation and steps we have already discussed. So we'll get, substituting the values, we'll get 350 Newton. So reading on the weighing scale it will be 350 Newton by 10, that means 35 kilogram. Now the third part is the case with the lift going up with an acceleration 5 meter per second square. So when it goes up, net force is acting in upward direction. That means weight is acting downward, normal reaction upward, and the acceleration in the upward direction. So the equation becomes R minus mg is equal to m into a. So R is equal to mg plus ma, or we'll get 1050 Newton, and the reading on the weighing scale will be 105 kilogram. Now coming to the last question, that means if the lift mechanism fails and if it is under free fall, what will be the reading? So taking the equation for downward acceleration, that equation, in that you just put a is equal to g. So we'll get the reading or the normal reaction as 0. So weighing scale shows a reading 0. That means when the lift is under free fall, the man inside the lift will have a feeling of weightlessness. That's what. Question 512. A bob of mass 0.1 kilogram hung from the ceiling of a room by a string 2 meter long is set into oscillation. The speed of the bob at its mean position is 1 meter per second. What is the trajectory of the bob if the bob is cut when the bob is A at one of its extreme position and B its mean position? So this is the case just like a simple pendulum. You have the simple pendulum apparatus like this, the string connected to a bob. Okay, so when it is under oscillation, see, extreme position means when to both sides the bob is going no. Those positions, that's what we mean by extreme position, and this position is called mean position. Okay, so at mean position its speed is 1 meter per second. Extreme position, what is the case with extreme position? Its speed is becoming momentarily 0 at extreme position. That is why it is coming back. Okay, it was going to that side, right or left. Why it's coming back, turning back? Because its velocity is becoming 0. So at extreme position its velocity is 0 and it has an acceleration due to gravity that is vertically down. That acceleration due to gravity, that is g. So if the string is cut here at one of the extreme position, since its velocity is 0, it moves in the direction of that acceleration, and that means it falls vertically down. So that is the answer to the first part, that is vertically downward. Then the second case is at the mean position. At the mean position, the velocity of the bob is 1 meter per second. The direction of this velocity, it is along so it is actually following a semi circular path, or the path is an arc shape. Okay, so along the tangent only the velocity, the direction of velocity is along the tangent. So at this point, if the string is cut, then it will follow the projectile path actually, having horizontal component 1 meter per second, and the vertical velocity is not there, but it is under the acceleration 9.8 meter per second square. So it will follow half the projectile path like this. This will be the trajectory followed. Trajectory means path. So the path followed will be half the projectile. Hope you understood. Now question 515. Two bodies of masses 10 kg and 20 kg respectively, kept on a smooth horizontal surface, are tied to the ends of a light string. A horizontal force F equal to 600 Newton is applied to first A and second B along the direction of string. What is the tension in the string in each case? So here we can draw a diagram showing the two masses. So we have the two objects of masses as given, B and A. So they are tied together, and on that system of two masses, the forces are applied in turn. That means first the force is applied on the side A, and in the second case the force is applied from the side B. So both the cases we have to discuss. Now, since the two masses are connected to the same string, the two masses will move with same acceleration. And what will be the acceleration? In both the cases, since the pulling force is the same and the masses also are the same, so in both the case the acceleration of the system will be same, and that acceleration is given by F is equal to ma, or A is equal to F by m. Here m stands for the total mass. So 600 by total mass, that is 30 kilogram. So we'll get the acceleration as 20 meter per second square. So in both the case, whether it is pulled from the side of A or from the side of B, the acceleration is 20 meter per second square. Now we are asked to find the tension. First we will discuss the case when it is pulled from the side of A. So when it is pulled from the side of A, we can write that means the case with B, or we can write the case with A, because what we need to find is only tension. So just write the force equation there at A. So the forces acting on the object A are the pulling force F towards right and the tension is acting towards left. Okay, so and the acceleration is in the direction of pulling force. So when we write the force equation, the net force is in this direction, So the force equation left hand side becomes F minus T, because net force in that direction, so F minus T, that is equal to MA, where M is the mass of this object A. So we'll have tension is equal to F minus M1A. So we have 600 minus 10 into 20, that is 400 Newton. So in the first case, we got the answer as 400 Newton. Now coming to the second case, the forces acting on B. So it is pulled from the side B. So the forces acting on B are F towards left and tension towards right. So net force, since it is moving towards left, net force is towards left. So the equation is F minus T. That is equal to MA, but here the mass is of B. So that into acceleration, rearranging will have F minus M2A. So substituting the mass, will have tension as 200 Newton. So pulling from the side of A, we have the tension 400 Newton, and pulling from the side of B, we have the tension 200 Newton, which is less. With this, we conclude today's session. Thank you.